a turn. Uncontested layup is good. Pick and roll with Segura, pass into Green. Tough shot underneath.
The crosstown rivalry is renewed. The Merced Bears and the Golden Valley Cougars on MeTV next. Few people we'd like to thank for making this broadcast possible. The Merced County Office of Education, making every student a success. The Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union. We think you'll be glad to know we're a financial institution made just for you. The Digital Learning Solutions, Digital Math Spanish, Math Quiz, Math Flight, and Digital English. Label Technology. Food provided tonight by Sam Cafe, 235 West 12th Street in Merced. And Me and Ed's Pizza, oven-baked pizza, 3524 G Street in Merced. Log on www.metv.ws to check out this game and all MeTV broadcasts. Order a copy of tonight's game from Diane Tice. Call 209-381-5914. We're in Cougar Arena. I'm Jim Kaiser along with Coach Padre, Craig McGowan from the Golden Valley staff. We're here for the Cougars and the Bears. The Cougars looking to solidify their position for the Sac Joaquin section playoffs. The Merced Bears just looking to get things going. Coach, it's been a good year so far for the Golden Valley Cougars.
Yes, it has. We started out really solid, and then we had a couple tough losses during the league, but they're starting to play real well together.
6 wins to start the season for the Cougars, and the Cougars lead this series all-time 19-16, including winning all 3 games last year. A quartet of sophomores on the Golden Valley roster. A little bit unusual, Coach.
Yes, it is. We've got probably their 2 tallest players are sophomores, which is a positive thing for the varsity team. And we've got one, Evan Stallon, who's a 3-point shooter that's been lighting them up the last few games. We like to see that.
Stallon has made 33 pointers this year. Connor Hoppy, another sophomore, the leading rebounder at 6.2 rebounds per game. Cougars pretty balanced. The Merced Bears, on the other hand, rely on a little more quickness and a little more athleticism. They have a solid sophomore on their squad, too, Trevante Richard. A new coach this year, Hector Nava. He stepped into the fire, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He came from Golden Valley and stepped up this year. So, you know, you might see a lot of same things from 2 different teams because we kind of play similar.
The Bears averaging only about 40 points per game. This one and their next 3 games on the road. They are just 3-13 overall, 1-3 in the Central California Conference. But don't discount that one win. It was their last game against another one of their rivals, Atwater. And you know as well as anybody, Coach, that you win a game like that, it can spark things for you.
It sure can. Golden Valley's going to have to play tough defense like they've been. We've been keeping teams in the 40s, and that's a good thing.
Teams are out on the court, ready to get things going. Jeremy Busco, Isaac Haggerty, Ja'Cory People for the Bears, Keith Bolden. Tip is controlled by Merced. Other starter for the Bears, number 22, Keith Bolden. Merced with the ball. Drive, tough shot, good rebound for Golden Valley.
You'll probably see similar offenses. We both went to the same classes.
Good ball movement, 3-pointer from the top. Nothing but net. Adam Durbin sinks a 3 to get things going for GV.
Adam needed that. He has been kind of cold from the 3-point line recently. It's a good start for him.
Golden Valley averaging well over 60 points a game, so the Bears are going to have to clamp down on the defense to keep this one close. Ja'Cory People tries to drive his way through, foul on the floor.
Connor wasn't set on that one. His feet were moving towards the basket, so he got called for the charge.
People inbounds the ball. That's Jose Campos, the point guard. 15, Jeremy Busco with the ball, back to Campos. All the way in, reverse layup, off the mark. Rebound for the Cougars, and they look to push it quickly. That's Durbin once again. 3-pointer from the top, off the mark by Mark Durbin. Cougars looking to sweep the action tonight, having already won the freshman and junior varsity games. Coach Padre, that's your junior varsity squad winning in exciting fashion. Shot off the mark, rebound pulled down by Campos. People with the three-pointer. Rebound, Mark Durbin. Cougars again look to run. Oh. Couple substitutions. Evans still on coming into the game, along with Ray Valdez.
Team, they both started out playing real quick. So if they can keep up that pace, that would be great.
Good entry pass, shot off the mark by Valdez. People to Campos. Campos for three, shot off the mark. Bears yet to get on the scoreboard a couple minutes into this contest. Check that, three-pointer is good for Ja'Cory People. Ties it up at 3. Foul on the floor, called on Isaac Haggerty. One of the very few seniors on the Bear squad. Has to be tough, Coach, when you only have a couple seniors on the squad.
Yeah, they're playing really good, though. I mean, those two twins have really stepped up. Early on, they were scoring most of our points, so it's good to see it being spread around now a little bit more.
And when you're winning with a lot of youth, that like you said, that really looks good for the future, too. Shot off the mark. Bears will pull it down. That was Connor Hoppy, 6'6" sophomore. People again with the shot from outside. Ball loose. Good hustle, but pulled away by the Cougars. That's number 20, Carlos Becerra, bringing it up court.
Good ball movement. Great ball movement there.
Connor Hoppy with the inside shot gives the Cougars the lead once again, 5-3. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Another MeTV Sports presentation. Turnover. Cougars get the loose ball. Three-point shot on the way, off the mark by Hernandez. Bears pull the rebound. Not a lot of offensive boards so far tonight. One and done, most trips down.
Merced got that first offensive board and got that three-point shot back on him.
Shows you how important they are.
Yes.
Pass picked off. Pushing it up court is Busco. The layup, though, off the mark.
Ooh.
Good hands shown that time by Mark Durbin, but the ball turns right back over. Looked like all ball, but the foul called on Mark Durbin.
It was a tough one.
Keith Bolden will head to the line, shooting 2.
Merced's keeping it tight here with a tough, quick movement around the ball.
First free throw is good. Teams both substituting. Well, Coach Padre, in a game like this with a rivalry game, do you find that the players, that the coaches have to substitute more often? The players play with more intensity, maybe?
You got to watch them, so it's a good thing to substitute quick, to watch, keep them under control, because the heart rate goes up.
Second free throw, no good. The Cougars lead 5-4. 4 minutes left in a very quickly moving opening quarter. Nice shot underneath. Ball, though, off the mark. Joshua Sykes. Follow-up is good.
Nice offensive rebound right there.
I love it when I'm made to look smart, because that's rarely had the case. But, again, an offensive rebound leads to points.
Yes.
Quick timeout is taken.
You'll hear Coach Hunter and Coach Nava call block out, keep them off the boards. That's it's so important. Offensive rebounds will keep you in a game or make you win a game by big numbers.
Very energetic student section here for the Golden Valley Cougars. And you've been here pretty much the entire time of Golden Valley. That's pretty much been the case in the entire history of the school. If my memory serves right, it's usually always a very energetic and enthusiastic student section.
This is one of the funnest games of the year because the crowd's into it. We fill up the stands. There's like 4,000 people coming to see these, so it's a great game. It's always fun to watch.
Cougar Arena, an excellent place for a basketball game. Ja'Cory People pushing it up court for the Bears. Ooh, push-off foul. Looks like that'll be called on Keith Bolden for Merced. Second team foul, each team with 2 fouls.
Push foul on Keith Bolden, his first personal, and that is the second team foul for the Bears.
And as we go along tonight, we'll mine some of your historical knowledge, Coach Padre, including why they call you Coach Padre.
Yeah, that happened like the second year back in like 1995. Kids didn't know what to call me, so they called me Coach Padre.
And it has stuck. Ja'Cory People with the layup, goaltending, so the basket will count. Blocked that time by Joshua Sykes, and I'll tell you what, looked like a clean block.
Ball was coming down a little bit. That was a good job, though. Yeah, Coach Castleton right here was on our 1996 team that named me that, Coach Padre. So
one of the assistant coaches under Keith Hunter. A lot of, a little steal there for Merced. A lot of years by your Golden Valley coaching staff. A lot of consistency. That really helps the program stay strong.
Yeah, Coach Stallone and Coach and myself have been there a long time. Tell Coach Hunter.
Weak side underneath. Trenton Tony will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Rob Martinez. 3 minutes, 1 second to play. Third team foul for the Bears will send Tony to the line.
This is starting out as a low-scoring event, but I believe it's going to pick up here shortly.
Teams, once they get settled into a little bit of a flow.
Yeah, once they relax. You know, we talked about that a little bit earlier. They got to relax and get stabilized in what they're doing and what they want to do.
You could see that in the junior varsity game earlier. There was a stretch there, second and third quarters, where it really picked up. It looked like it was going to be a really high-scoring game and settled down a little bit with not quite as much scoring at the end, but Tony misses both free throws. In that JV game, the Cougars scored the first 9 points of the third quarter. And wow, nice behind-the-back pass, reverse layup off the mark. Pretty play, didn't produce points though. Cougar JV team finally took the lead with a minute to play and held on for the win. Offensive rebound. Shot is off the mark, Trevante Richard, the Bears sophomore.
2 offensive rebounds.
Offensive rebounds mean extra shots, mean more points.
Right now, Merced's just out hustling Golden Valley.
There's being patient, waiting for the good shot. That's a good shot. Point blank range. David Keys with the basket and the foul. He'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
It's important to block out, isn't it?
Absolutely. A.J. Hernandez, the leading assist and steal man for the Cougars, will head to the bench with his second foul. 14 fouls on Golden Valley.
A.J.'s been a solid player for us for about 3 years. He's just been pivotal in a lot of our wins. Plays solid defense, and he's our point guard.
Merced completes the 3-point play, leading 9-7. A 5-0 run for the Bears. They are 2 of 5 from the line. Cougars yet to attempt a free throw. 2 minutes to play in an entertaining first half from Cougar Arena, the Bears and the Cougars. Tough drive inside Rob Martinez. He'll head to the line. Foul called on the Bears. Number 2, Trevante Richard.
Rob Martinez is real quick on his feet.
Golden Valley's leading scorer at 12 points per game. 6-foot senior.
Yeah, Golden Valley is mostly seniors and sophomores. There's one junior on the team.
One of 2 from the line. The Bears lead 9-8. Traveling call on Trevante Richard. Credit that one to pressure defense, it looked like, Coach.
He wasn't set. He was off balance, so he just took that little extra step.
Christian Carroll bringing the ball up court.
Another one of our sophomores.
An offensive foul called on Golden Valley.
Yeah, he pushed off with his right arm. Can't do that.
5th team foul on the Cougars. Minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. Golden Valley looking to improve its 2-2 Central California Conference mark. 11-5 overall.
Merced's went real small here.
A pretty small roster to begin with, but you're absolutely right, Coach. They've got, looks like about a 4-guard lineup almost out there.
Real small.
Inside shot, tough shot by David Keys off the mark. Rebound by Christian Carroll. And a foul called. That's Jeremy Busco.
The speed's kind of affecting Golden Valley a little bit, though, with the small lineup. They're putting a lot of pressure on them.
Cougars haven't had a lot of good looks here lately in this first quarter.
Yep.
And once again, a turnover on the Cougars.
It's an offensive foul.
That's 2 trips in a row down the court. That one on Ray Valadez. And the next foul for the Cougars puts the Bears in the 1-on-1 situation. 16 fouls.
Already in the first quarter, that's not a good sign.
46 seconds to play in the opening quarter. The Bears lead 9-8. Turnover against the Bears. Looks like they called a 3-second.
Was it 3-second or offense?
3-second violation on number 1, Jose Campos. See if the Cougars hold for a final shot, or will they take the first good look? They take the first good look. Shot off the mark.
Offensive rebound.
Second chance. That 3-pointer also off the mark. Looks like a third chance, but a steal by the Bears. Under 10 seconds to play now in the opening quarter. Ja'Cory People looks like he's looking for one last shot. The clear out, stops. 3-pointer, rims in and out. First quarter is in the books after 8 minutes of play from Cougar Arena. It's the Merced Bears 9, the Golden Valley Cougars 8.
Pretty low scoring. I really believe it's going to pick up. A lot of missed layups, a lot of missed easy shots. Defense is pretty intense, though.
See some action from the first quarter of play. at Cougar Arena. Live, depending on where you're watching this from. The night of Wednesday, January 18th, 2012. I'm Jim Kaiser along with Coach Padre, Craig McGowan from Cougar Arena. Golden Valley taking on Merced. Talk about balanced scoring. Each squad has had 4 different players score in the first quarter. A 9-8 contest. Cougars start the second quarter of play with the ball. Mark Durbin up top to Bryant Brown. Athletic drive, offensive foul called on Brown.
If Golden Valley can take care of these big mismatches right now, they're Merced's way undersized.
That should be the 17th foul on
Player control foul, don't
player
shoot.
control.
Shot.
Negates what would have been a spectacular basket. Tell you what, Brown's got some serious hops. Nice
That was
shot.
a great shot.
Javante Richard gives Merced its biggest lead of the game at 11-8.
Merced's giving Golden Valley all kinds of trouble with their speed and quickness.
And another offensive foul called. Player control. And I haven't been keeping track, but I believe that's at least 4
4 or 5.
player control
4 or
fouls.
5. 4 or 5 of them.
Traveling will be called on Jose Campos. The positive side of all those offensive fouls is, although the Cougars have been in the bonus the last 2 fouls, the player control fouls don't give them free throws, so the Bears haven't been able to shoot the one-on-one.
And it's still only a 3-point game.
11-8.
It's just a low-scoring game so far.
The Bears on a 7-1 run since midway through the first quarter. Nice cut. Ball knocked away, though. Substitutions for the Cougars. Evans still on, back into the game. Mark Durbin also checking back in. Three-pointer was partially blocked. Trevonte Richard with the deflection. The Bears with Corey People at the helm take it back up court. That's Richard. Down post up top. People with a wide open 3. A little bit too strong. Rebound pulled down by A.J. Hernandez. Still on. Skip pass back up top. Hernandez doesn't get the roll.
Yeah, Merced and Golden Valley are both playing with a 5-out set, so they really don't have a big man inside to start with.
Pass. Wild goes out of bounds. The Cougars take back over. 5:53 remaining in the first half of play. And the Cougars have gone ice cold since a basket by Joshua Sykes. They've had but 1 free throw since midway through the first quarter. Still on for 3. And he'll be fouled by Trevonte Richard. And Stillon will get a chance to shoot 3 free throws.
As a coach, that's not a good foul when a guy's like 5 feet behind the 3-point line. I believe Evans shot good free throws too over the last few games.
First one rims out. It's inevitable, Coach, when you make a statement like that, generally speaking, that the opposite happens.
Yes.
Stillon buries the second. Trenton Toney, David Keys checking back in for Merced, Jeremy Busco, Keith Bolden head to the bench. Stillon will take his third of 3.
Both teams are changing players a lot on the floor.
11-10 the score now. 5.5 minutes to play in what seems to be a very rapidly moving first half of play. Reverse side pass to David Keys, and the Bears get back on the board and back to a 3-point lead. Stillon pulls down the pass, gets it back to Hernandez. Shot by Adam Durbin was no good. Bears pull down the rebound. Foul on the floor.
Offensive rebounds. Seems like with the size difference, Golden Valley should be getting a lot of offensive rebounds.
Turnaround jumper, nothing but net. Mark Durbin. I think this game is destined to be nip and tuck. Spin move by People, knocked away. Mark Durbin gets the ball. Fast break. Number 20 all the way in. That's Carlos Becerra. No good, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on Jose Campos, his first personal. 16 foul. At the line, shooting 2.
There's a lot of bodies flying around out there tonight. I don't know what the shooting percentage is, but I don't think it's very good for either team. Nobody's making shots, and free throws are being hard.
The Bears 2 of 5 from the line. Golden Valley 2 of 6, make it 3 of 7. Tied up at 13, lucky 13. 4.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Cougar Arena filled to capacity for the Bears and the Cougars. That pass goes off the fingertips of Trenton Toney, back to the Cougars. Looking to get back in front for the first time since late in the first quarter.
Golden Valley's putting on a little press now. It's given Merced a little bit of trouble, but nobody seems to be scoring.
Mark Durbin. Cross-court pass. A.J. Hernandez will slow it down. Mark Durbin with the shot off the front of the rim. Bears pull down the rebound. Jose Campos.
It's good defense by the Bears. They kept them out.
Forced a tough shot late in 32nd clock. Mark Durbin almost gets the steal, but the Bears keep it. Trenton Toney tries to get it inside to David Keys, but the pass wild goes out of bounds. And the Merced Bears will take a timeout. 3:35 left in the opening half of play. I'd like to take this moment to remind you of the MeTV digital television programs. Digital English, digital math, math quiz. A bunch of great programming available from MeTV, Digital English, and of course Roger Wilco's Math Flight. It's the digital learning solutions suite of programming, MeTV, on it for the education of the students of Merced County.
We have to just attest this this game to good defense. 13-13, middle of the second quarter, good defense.
A lot of times you see a game that's low scoring like this, and it's really sloppy. There's not a lot of flow to it. This game's had some flow. It hasn't really been overly sloppy. It's just been hard fought. Some of the shots haven't fallen, and like you said, tough defense.
Tough defense, and shots aren't going in. We miss a lot of, both teams miss a lot of one-footers, layups.
That's another example. Trenton Tony still on for three, short. Isaac Haggerty with the rebound. Shot by Haggerty is buried. Bears break that
nice
tie.
clean shot.
Foul from behind inside by David Keys. That will put the Cougars at the free throw line to shoot the 101. 7th team foul for the Bears.
We'll see if Golden Valley gets any better on the free throw line.
Connor Hoppy, the 6'6" sophomore. He gets the first, earns the second.
I don't see a lot of rhythm in either offense so far. Once they get it, this thing could score because they're both really quick teams. And we could get some score up there, but there's no rhythm going on right now.
Hoppy misses the second one. Merced retains the lead. Cougars now 5 of 9 from the line. Merced still at 2 of 5. Hard drive by David Keys. And he earns himself 2 free throws after the foul on Hoppy.
Both teams are playing man-to-man defense. They're not switching up much from it. And it's tough man-to-man defense.
Bears' first trip to the free throw line here in the second quarter. And despite the fact the Cougars have been in the bonus the whole quarter, Cougars defense has been in the bonus. The Bears had the opportunity to shoot free throws at every foul this quarter, and this is their first trip to the line, 2:36 to play. And the first one by Keys is off the mark. Second one is off the mark as well. And Merced just 2 of 7 from the free throw line tonight.
Sounds like what Golden Valley was just a bit ago. They were like 3 for 7.
Three-pointer on the way by Durbin, off the mark. I have to throw out the disclaimer that the statistics presented in tonight's telecast are strictly unofficial, prepared by yours truly as I'm trying to talk about the game. So generally pretty accurate, but you never know. Hoppy pulls down the tough rebound. Tough battle underneath. Over to Mark Durbin. Three-pointer on the way and good. A.J. Hernandez gives Golden Valley the lead once again at 17-15.
Good ball movement created that.
Second trifecta of the contest for the Cougars, and a traveling violation on Jose Campos. The Bears substitute Keith Bolden. Ja'Cory People back into the game. Trenton Tony on the way out. Actually, the Bears make wholesale substitutions. Looks like they bring in 3 new players. Doing a game with the Merced County Final Four junior high basketball tournament over the weekend, played up in Del High. And you'd see teams substituting 5 players at a time. Blocking foul called on the Bears. That's Jose Campos. Rob Martinez will go to the line to shoot a pair.
We have a low-scoring affair here.
First free throw is good.
I know Coach Hunter and Coach Nava both preach defense, so they're going to be excited about this one, first half-wise at least.
Cougars take their biggest lead of the game, 4-point lead, 19-15. 6-0 run by Golden Valley. Tough scoop shot off the mark. Martinez gets it and runs. Lay up by Brown. No good. Now Merced looks to run, but
A lot of contact there.
definitely. Cougars were back on defense, so Bears pulled it back. Ball turned over by Keith Bolden. Layup is off the mark by Martinez, but he'll go again to the line to shoot a pair. Keith Bolden commits the foul.
19th foul of the Bears. At the line, shooting two will be Rob Martinez.
I don't think either team stepped up and showed what they really have.
In the game for the Bears, Jeremy Busco.
Jeremy Busco back into the contest for Merced. Bears have picked it up at the line, 8 of 12 now, with Martinez to shoot the second one, make it 9 of 13. And Golden Valley up by 6 points, 21 to 15, and looking to make it more. 2-on-1 break. All the way is Brown, and it will be no good. He'll go to the line to shoot two more.
Merced's going to have a good team next year. They're loaded with juniors. I think there's only like 2 or 3 seniors on their team. I would say this is a building year for Coach Nava since this is his first year.
I think they call it trial by fire.
Yeah. Definitely have speed out there. Merced has speed.
Cougars right now on a 9-0 run. Missed shot is tipped in by Mark Durbin. Athletic play. .20 seconds remaining in the opening half. Cougars with a 9-point lead. Drive all the way is no good by Bolden. Offensive rebound, tough shot. Eli Gutierrez works his way to the line.
That was a bad foul by Golden Valley. 11 seconds on the clock.
Gutierrez sinks to first.
Also Adam Durbin in the game.
Second one is no good. Rebound Cougars, that's Durbin.
Push it up the floor.
Hernandez, Martinez, ball knocked away. Good defense by the Bears. People at the buzzer, off the mark. Golden Valley really picked it up there in the second half. In the second quarter, they went on an 11-0 run before the Bears picked up a free throw to make it 24-16 after 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, so far I think this is a game of runs. Merced had like a 9-0 run in the early on, and then Golden Valley came back, had their 11-0 run. It's still a low-scoring game, anybody's game right now. We'll see what they do at halftime. I'm sure there'll be a lot of quiet talk.
A few folks we'd like to thank for making this event possible on MeTV. The Merced County Office of Education, Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union, Digital Learning Solutions, Label Technology, food provided very well by Sam Cafe, and by Me and Ed's Pizza. Log on to MeTV, www.metv.ws, and contact Diane Tice at 209-381-5914 to buy a copy of tonight's game. Once again, the halftime score, Golden Valley 24 and Merced 16. quarter about ready to get started from Cougar Arena. The Golden Valley Cougars leading the Merced Bears 24-16. I'm Jim Kaiser along with Coach Padre, Craig McGowan, and the Croc Me TV crew. A few folks we'd like to thank: the Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union, Merced County Office of Education, Label Technology, Sam Cafe, Me and Ed's Pizza, MeTV Sports at www.metv.ws. And of course, to purchase a copy of tonight's game, call Diane Tice at 381-5914. Third quarter getting underway. Jose Campos taking the ball for the Merced Bears who are looking to stop the Tide. The Golden Valley Cougars go on a strong 11-1 run to close out the second quarter. And that's not going to help matters as Keith Bolden stepped on the end line.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustments they made at halftime. I believe they're mostly going to be offensive since it was a 24-16 game.
Cougars doing it from the line in the second quarter, sinking 9 of 13 from the charity stripe, trailing by a point after one quarter. Now they lead by 8. And a turnover. Jeremy Busco brings it up to Ja'Cory People. People whips it across to Busco. Skip pass is stolen. AJ Hernandez gets it stolen right back by People. Well, so much for that even flow we were looking for the start of the third quarter. Carrying the ball not called. Offensive foul not called. And an elbow will be called. So Mark Durbin called for player control.
That was an interesting sequence of events.
Very interesting sequence of events. Speaking of an interesting sequence, statistical anomaly in the first half I don't think I've ever seen before. 15 players for the two teams combining to score 40 points. The leading scorers in the game, Rob Martinez with 5 points for Golden Valley, Ja'Cory People and David Keys each with 5 points for Merced. But 9 Golden Valley players found the scoring column in the first half, and 6 Merced Bears did. So it is definitely team efforts on both sides.
The defensive intensity is right where it was from the start.
And they picked right up from where they left off in the second quarter. They're swinging it. Out of control layup, pulled down by the Cougars. Pass tipped out of bounds by the Bears.
There's some defensive intensity out there. A lot of balls getting tipped or taken away.
Well, the Cougars shot pretty well from the line. On the season, they're averaging 68%. Tonight, they're shooting 66%. The Bears shot just 3 of 8 from the line in the opening half. Sophomore big man Connor Hoppy with the shot, no good. Foul called on Ja'Cory People. Hoppy takes a seat for the Cougars. Eli Gutierrez checks in.
I don't know what was said at halftime, but they are going to the basket with the ball.
And they're trying to take advantage of that size advantage that they have.
Yes.
Swinging the ball around very well. Three-pointer put up. In and out by Hernandez. Bears with the rebound. People to bring it up court. Corey People sunk a three-pointer for Merced's first basket. It's the Bears' only three-pointer of the game. The Cougars with just a pair themselves. Cougars averaging over 7 three-pointers made per game. Timeout called by Merced. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Called by the Merced bench. And
Merced was having a real hard time figuring out what they wanted to do with the basketball on that one. Everything was dribbled outside the three-point line, and I'm sure they want to get it inside. So that's why Coach Nava called that timeout.
Plus with the shot clock draining down, and it didn't look like the Bears were in any hurry to get something moving toward the basket either.
Yes. Anyway, defenses seem to be where they were at the end of the second quarter. Score's still the same. Nobody's scoring.
It's a full timeout taken by the Bears.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great Merced Golden Valley games right in this arena, also in Merced arena.
Been a tremendous series. Cougars with a slight advantage, 19-16 in the all-time series. It was 16-16 until last year when the Cougars won all 3 games. Interestingly enough, last year the Bears scored against the Cougars 48, 47, and 47 points. I'd say that's pretty consistent. Unfortunately for them, it was consistently less than Golden Valley. Timeout is taken. Shot clock expires before Jose Campos can get the shot away. The first shot clock violation of the night.
Defense was really solid on that.
5:25 remaining in the third quarter. We have yet to see any points scored in the second half. See if the Cougars can change that on this possession. Valadez takes it to the hoop. Officials confer, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Ray Valadez. And by my unofficial count, that is at least 6 offensive or player control fouls against Golden Valley.
Might be more.
And Cougar coach Keith Hunter up in front of us. Not real happy.
In the second quarter, I think 2 possessions, 2 offensive fouls.
First basket of the second half, just like the first basket of the first half, is a 3-pointer. Trevante Richard buries it.
We're allowing Martinez in the game for the Cougars.
24-19. Cougar advantage. And that is the first field goal for the Bears. Since Isaac Haggerty sank a basket to give the Bears a 15-13 lead way back midway through the second quarter.
Golden Valley and Merced are both playing great defense. Both teams are looking for some type of continuity on their offense, and neither one of them will get it. Another player control foul.
Foul called on David Keys, his second personal of the game. Second team foul for Merced, both teams with a couple fouls. And that ball almost thrown away, ends up being taken away by the Bears. Tough shot is rejected by Joshua Sykes.
That's quite a mismatch.
And a traveling violation. Joshua Sykes, son of former Merced basketball great John Sykes. Of course, I believe he has a brother of note as well.
Named John Sykes.
Named John Sykes. Basketball runs in the family. Tough shot put up by Valadez. Rebound pulled down by the Bears. They're looking to run. Gutierrez goes to all the way to the rim, gets the layup. And a 5-0 run by Merced to start the second half. Very reminiscent of the start of the second half of the JV game, except in reverse, where your squad scored the first 9 points of the second half to pull its way back into it and eventually win it.
Yeah, it seems like we're in a game of runs. Somebody makes a run.
You talked about that earlier.
Yep.
It is one team catching it, the other team then catching it.
It seems like a coach calls a timeout and spurs them on just like normal. So we'll see what Coach Hunter can do. Coach Nava's done it.
Well, this is a big game for the Cougars because despite the good overall record and the decent 2-2 conference mark, there are 3 teams ahead of them at 3-1 in the Central California Conference. So Golden Valley can't really afford to fall too far behind because it's not that there'll be that many games behind, but it's tough to climb over 3 or 4 teams to try and win a conference championship.
Yeah, Golden Valley needs this win to go 3-2. They lost 2 tough ones. I believe they were both 2-pointers. You know, tough losses. And there's a good continuity throughout the whole league. I mean, Turlock was like #1, and we went in there and beat them by like 25 points.
Took it to them.
Yeah, so continuity throughout.
Timeout is taken. The Cougars will take it out. Entry pass to Sykes. Turnaround left-hander off the glass, no good. Bears with the rebound. Ja'Cory People ends up with it in his hands. Sykes playing defense on him. Makes People work to bring the ball up. People with a 3-pointer off the mark. Ooh, tough rebound by Rob Martinez. Ball's on the floor. Bears are really making life miserable for Golden Valley.
They're playing very aggressive.
Good play by Trevante Richard to force the turnover. Ryan Brown will come in. Ray Valadez will have a seat. Stolen away. Brown making an immediate impact. He'll be fouled and head to the line.
That was a great steal. He was very quick on his feet, got his hand on that, went down the court. Glad nobody was hurt.
You could see from this angle, you could see his anticipation. He read that all the way.
Yeah, he did a great job on that.
First free throw is good. Breaks the 6-0 Merced run dating back to late in the first half. Bears scored the last point of the first half and the first 5 of the second half. Both free throws are good. Golden Valley back up 26-21. Pressure put on, blocked away partially by Sykes. Cougars come away with it. And a reach foul called by Trevante Richard. That's a tough foul because
that was a good quick press. I mean, I don't think AJ expected that. They jumped right on him as soon as he got the ball in the corner.
And he was cornered. That's why that makes it a tough foul.
And Golden Valley didn't see, so they didn't send anybody to help.
14 fouls now on the Bears. A little bit too aggressive defensively, Jose Campos. That'll be number 5. And with Golden Valley shooting 12 for 17 from the line so far in this game, getting close to going into the bonus, that could be a very big factor going down the stretch. Still on, takes a 3-pointer, drives the lane. Ball knocked away. Bears continuing that aggressive defense. Shot no good by Richard. And as soon as Cougars came down with the rebound, the Bears were just right on it playing defense, and they forced the turnover underneath.
They are playing very aggressive defense. Their hands are involved in almost every shot, every pass. They're the smaller team, so they almost have to.
Shot off the mark. Keys couldn't find the basket. Cougars run, still on, misses. Put back, no good.
I believe Golden Valley started off the first part of the game the same way, missing a lot of easy shots. They're doing the same thing here.
Took them a while to get going. They had a three-pointer very early by Adam Durbin. That was their first basket, but other than that, took them a while to get going. But a three-pointer right there. Carlos Becerra with that last basket. And a timeout taken by the Bears.
Golden Valley did the same thing Merced did. Quick trap over here in the corner. And coach had to call a timeout.
Becerra hits the third three-pointer for the Cougars in tonight's game. So you were a key figure in that poster up there on the banner up on the wall, the state championship, or the Sac Joaquin section championship.
Yes, yes. As you can tell, myself, I had dark hair back then, and Keith Hunter had hair back then. So things have changed over the 18 years. I believe it's 18 years. It's been a long time. Been doing this a long time with Golden Valley. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, you see a lot the Cougar coaching staff, and I know that Matt Thiessen who was around for quite a long time as well. You get a lot of consistency. You get all those banners up there that you see on the wall, and it's paid off. Golden Valley came out right out of the gate back in the early 90s. Didn't take very long for them to start winning games in all sports.
Well, I know Hunter doesn't want me to bring this up, but our first season we were 2-25. So, but we got much better quickly.
Very quickly, very quickly. Timeout is taken. Ja'Cory People inbounds it. 29-21. The Golden Valley Cougars leading the Merced Bears. Under a minute and a half to play. Third quarter, Cougar Arena. I'm Jim Kaiser along with Coach Padre. Coach Padre.
A little
I like that nickname, Greg McGowan.
Yeah, a little interesting note is our point guard for that section championship is Coach Castleton, sitting right here.
Aaron Castleton at the end of the bench for the Golden Valley Cougars coaching staff. Three-pointer put up short by Trevante Richard. Bears scramble for the loose ball. Good interior pass. Working his way to the line will be Eli Gutierrez.
I believe that was 2 offensive rebounds. We know how big that is.
You can hear Coach Hunter exhorting his squad, you gotta rebound. Get in there, he said.
I know Coach Hunter's going to watch the film of this and say, hey, these guys are like 3 or 4 inches shorter than you all the way around. What are you doing?
Gutierrez.
If he says it that nice.
Gutierrez is going to make himself popular with the Golden Valley student section after drawing air on that first free throw attempt. Second one draws nothing but net. 29-22, the Cougars lead. Bears 4 of 10 from the stripe tonight. Three-pointer from the corner. Bryant Brown gives the Golden Valley Cougars their biggest lead of the night, 10 points.
This game has been in the 20s for a long time, it seems like.
Loose ball taken over by the Cougars. Bears steal it right back. Ja'Cory People with his hands on it. Gets it over to Richard, who lays it in. And the lead is back to 8. Ball stolen away by number 10, David Keys, but the Cougars have it. Three-pointer from the corner, Evans still on, and the Cougars starting to heat up from outside.
2 3-pointers in a row.
And a lay-in by David Keys. Right as the quarter comes to an end. 3 quarters in the books. The Cougars began the quarter with an 8-point lead. They end the quarter with a 9-point lead. It's 35-26. Here's some highlights from the third quarter of play. You just saw by Bryant Brown from the corner on those highlight clips was what the third quarter was about. The Cougars sinking 3 3-point shots coming down the stretch, and they lead 35-26. They're also doing it from the line, 12-17. There's your difference right there, the 3-pointers and the free throws, because both teams playing very tough defensively.
Yeah, Merced's playing real aggressive defense, so if Golden Valley can heat up with those 3-pointers, because they're going to be open out there. First half, they didn't make too many. Could change the game. Merced might have to pull off their aggressive defense, but I believe Coach Nava's going to leave it on all game. He wants that intensity.
Final quarter underway. Brown, inside pass, basket by Sykes, no good, but he'll go to the line. 6th team foul against the Bears. Trevante Richard with 4 fouls. He's been a key factor for Merced in tonight's game.
He's played a lot of minutes. I don't know how many, but he's played a lot of minutes.
Sykes hits the first. And the second one as well. 14 of 19 from the line tonight. Golden Valley is winning this game at the line. They've outscored Merced by 10 points from the line. They lead by 11. Block shot by Sykes against Ja'Cory People.
There was a game over the summer, Josh blocked like 21 shots that we had up in Modesto, JC.
What I like most about that is there was not one single bit of woofing on his part. He just went right back and assumed his position.
Yep.
Acrobatic shot by Jeremy Busco. Lead back under double digits, 37-28. Brown for 3, off the mark. Sykes with the offensive board, back to Brown. Brown has the ball knocked away. And another mass substitution for the Cougars. 4 fresh bodies running in.
It's up 4 or 5.
Looks like you're right. All 5 players coming in fresh.
Yep.
When you consider the Cougars had 9 players score points in the first half, definitely making use of their depth. A couple shots by Hernandez, no good. Bears with the rebound. A little out of control, Keith Bolton, but Merced maintains the ball. Three-pointer from way outside by Campos, no good. Golden Valley looking to push. Shot is there, but missed. Ray Valdez, point-blank range.
Golden Valley's missed a lot of one-footers here in this little run.
Little running layup by Busco. 2 baskets in a row by the 5'7" junior guard. Corey People with the rebound from Merced on the missed shot, looking to run. Golden Valley's back on defense, so he'll pull it back out. People driving, and scoop shot is good. And a timeout for the Cougars. The Bears on a 6-0 run have made it a 5-point contest, 37-32.
Right now, Merced's making those little layups, and Golden Valley's missing them. So 6-0 run brings them back into the game, 5 down. There's been more runs in this than we can count on our fingers.
It is you spotted that trend very early on,
Yeah.
Coach. It was
Yeah.
a game of runs, and it has continued. You would think with the Cougars' decided height advantage and depth, they're playing 10 men strong tonight. You would think that coming down the stretch, they'd have an advantage, but that Merced pressure defense, unrelenting.
Yeah, they've been in everybody's, I call it, face the whole game. They've tried to get a hand on every pass, and they've done a lot of that. And so there's been a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals. It's been fun to watch. They're fast.
Well,
They're creative.
You called this a must-win game for Golden Valley, if it's a must-win game for Golden Valley, it's a absolutely have to win for you on any chance at all of going anywhere this year for the Bears. At 1-3, 3 games after this on the road. They can catch fire though.
Yeah, they need to win a lot of league games. Merced doesn't have any chance at all.
Any chance at all. 3-point shot. Adam Durbin buries the triple, gives the Cougars an 8-point lead. 6th triple on the night for Golden Valley, 1 shy of their game average.
Merced players stepped out of bounds, came back and got the ball, so that's why it was a turnover there.
And now it's Golden Valley who has put that pressure defense to good use. Merced starts to press but drops back. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the contest. Inside shot.
That was a
Put
great
up
jump stop.
by Brian Brown. He's come off to provide a real spark here in the second half for the Cougars.
He's got great intensity, and that was a very good jump shot.
6 second half points for the senior guard. And it's back to a 10-point advantage. 3-pointer from the corner rings out. Offensive rebound. No good, and that's Brown again on the rebound. Pushing it again as he's been doing all night. Dishes it over. Rob Martinez, the Cougars up by 12.
That was created just by intensity by Brown. He's playing really hard right now.
An excellent game here in the second half. And that was the 5th foul on a 5th timeout for Merced. The Bears out of timeouts.
That's going to hurt them down the stretch if this is a close game.
That's going to hurt them. Also, the next foul they commit will put Golden Valley on the line to shoot the bonus. Where the
Valley's
Cougars
been shooting well, too.
14 out of 19. My quick math tells me that's slightly over 70%. If I would have paid more attention to my digital math, I would probably be able to tell you that it was exactly about 73% or so, but I didn't learn my digital math.
We'll just say it's 72 or 3.
Or my digital English either.
Well, it's been fun to watch. There's been a lot of activity out there on the court. It's good to see Brown from Golden Valley coming there. He's matching the intensity that Merced was putting on the court and changed it. His effort has changed this game.
He has definitely impacted the game. Whenever he's gotten his hands on the ball, just pushing it, and not just pushing it, but pushing it fast and getting to the rim and making things happen.
And also getting rebounds underneath the basket. He's really brought it.
Timeout is taken, 4.5 minutes to play. The Cougars up by 12. Is their biggest lead of the game. Bears have hung in there and played hard defensively. That'll be a backcourt violation as it hits off Ja'Cory Peoples' foot.
Backcourt.
It is backcourt. People trying to say it was tipped by the Golden Valley player, but it did hit Peoples' foot and went backcourt. That makes it backcourt. Hernandez, interior pass to Sykes. Gets his own rebound. No good. Almost slammed home by Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. Tell you what, even a missed slam dunk in high school basketball gets some buzz out of the crowd.
That was pretty exciting.
That was pretty exciting. That would have been one heck of a follow.
I think there was 2 or 3 offensive rebounds there. And that would have been pretty big.
Three-pointer.
Golden Valley.
Three-pointer no good. Hernandez can't find the bottom of the rim. Bears push it. And again, offensive turnover by the Bears. Foot on the line. Those are the types of things that as a coach just must drive you bananas when the players just simply stepping out of bounds, not knowing where they are on the court.
Well, it's happened twice to him now.
And
Remember the one player came in out from out of bounds to get receive a pass. Same call.
And there was no pressure on him that time either.
No.
Cross court pass. Cougars being very patient now. Sykes from the post. Acrobatic move by Martinez. He'll draw the foul and go to the line. 3:25 to play. Cougars starting to give themselves some breathing room.
That was a nice move. If Rob could finish that shot, he's missed several of those going to the basket.
And that's 5 fouls on the talented Merced sophomore Trevante Richard. The 6'3" swingman will make his way to the bench. Tell you what, you can put a team together of the sophomores on these two squads and have not a bad team, to be honest with you.
That's very true. Like I said before, Golden Valley's 2 tallest players are sophomores. And their best 3-point shooters is sophomore.
Still on?
Yes.
Martinez buries the first one.
Rob shot free throws well in the first half too, so I don't know if they want to be fouling him.
Corey People being guarded closely by Bryant Brown. Gutierrez dishes it off. Ball scooped up, and it rolls in for David Keys. Lead trimmed to 11. Just under 3 minutes to play in the contest. Cougar Arena. Golden Valley Cougars looking to move to 3-2 in the Central California Conference. Wrap up the first round of action. First trip through the Central California Conference.
Yeah, we get to do it 3 times this year.
3 times. 15 league games. Outside shot is good. Martinez.
That was a 2-pointer. But a very good move.
Yes, it was. Got the crowd very excited. Foul coming in. Looks like they'll call that one on Keith Bolden.
Merced still playing really hard.
Nope, they called that one on David Keys. As Keys and Bolden were harassing Adam Durbin. Durbin will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Could be a lot of foul shots shot in the next 2 minutes.
Coming down the stretch. Always seems like the last 2 to 3 minutes of a high school game take about as long as the third quarter and the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter combined.
Yep.
And it really doesn't matter what the score is. Durbin hits the first.
Two more fouls by Merced, and Golden Valley would be shooting 2 every time, too, and that's not a good thing.
Durbin hits them both. Acrobatic shot, no good. Adam Durbin pulls down the rebound. And one. Once again, acrobatically to the basket, Bryant Brown.
It's one of Bryant's best games that I've seen him play this year. He's involved, he's into it, he's doing very well.
And it's a 17-point lead as a free throw off the mark.
This game's getting away from Merced.
Turnover. Durbin brings it up court. And the foul will be on David Keys. We'll send Sykes to the line to shoot a pair as it's now the double bonus.
Fouls on David Keys. It's his 4th personal. At the line shooting the double bonus will be Josh Sykes.
Sykes good on the first one. Cougars 72% from the line tonight, 18 of 25. I like those nice even numbers that allow me to quickly calculate the percentages.
It's one of their better outings from the free throw line. I like this.
19-point advantage, 53 to 34. Looks like the Cougars will escape this game. Move to 3-2 in the Central California Conference. A big win. Maybe speaking a little prematurely, but 19 points with 1:40 to play. Foul on the baseline on Brown. Although, you know, I guess you could say stranger things have happened, but I'm not sure I've seen anything much more strange than losing a 19-point lead with 100 ticks of the clock.
Yeah. Fouls is one way to do it, though.
One way to do it. Ja'Cory
Yes.
People will step to the line.
Fouls on Josh Sykes.
Yeah, the worst thing Golden Valley could do is stop the clock. So they don't need to foul.
I guess if Reggie Miller erased an 8-point lead against the Knicks with 10 seconds to play, then anything could happen for sure.
Yeah.
Carlos Becerra in the game for the Cougars. And Jeremy Busco for the Bears.
I think both teams are getting pretty close to their season average.
And the Bears just 3 of 4 from the line in the second half. Percentage-wise, it's okay. It's Ja'Cory People with a steal. That's just not a lot of trips. Three-pointer is good.
Three-pointer.
Isaac Perry for 3. Fouls on Eli Gutierrez. His first
14-point advantage for Golden Valley.
That was a quick 5 points by Merced.
And they have a 13-point advantage from the charity stripe. Sykes hits that one.
Mark Durbin in the game for his brother.
Durbin for Durbin. Mark coming in for Adam. Sykes with a very smooth lefty stroke. Sinks them both.
I believe Coach Hunter will be happy with 39 points on the scoreboard with just a minute left.
Another acrobatic shot, this time by Keith Bolden. Well, the Bears right at about their season average. They score a little bit over 40 points a game. That's where they are right now. Three-pointer is short by Martinez. And that one was long. Good defense in the corner. Bears tried to get the turnover by throwing it off of Sykes. Keith Bolden, his plan backfired as the sophomore Sykes, good hands to hold on to it.
That was a good job by AJ to bring the ball out. Clocks is what Golden Valley needs.
Three-pointer off the mark by Hernandez. Under 10 seconds to play as we'll tick this one off. Layup by Gutierrez is good. But that will make the final score Golden Valley 55, Merced 43. The Cougars improve to 3-2 in the Central California Conference, while the Bears fall to 1-4. A little highlight reel from the fourth quarter of play. Describe the action as we see it here. A layup by
That was a great little block by Josh Sykes.
Scoop shot.
Nice, easy little
Jeremy
six-footer.
Corey People with the acrobatic play inside.
I believe that was Adam Durbin and a three-pointer.
Shot from the inside by Sykes.
No, I believe that was Brian Brown.
Brian Brown, there you go.
He had a good game.
He sure did. That was Brown on that other shot.
Josh also had a great game. Sykes. I think he was 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Story of the game right there. Bryant Brown being aggressive, taking it to the hoop.
Yeah. On that same play, he had a nice little three-point. Rob Martinez sitting on the left wing there, too. He could have thrown it to, but those guys went for his fake. And he went right to the basket. Did a great job.
Merced Bears won this game at the free throw line. Unofficially 21 of 28 from the stripe. The Bears just 6 of 12. Golden Valley Cougars also hit 6 3-pointers, just about on their season average. They will move on. They get some momentum, and from this point, Coach, looks like it'll be pretty tough for the Bears for the rest of the season. Final score, the Golden Valley Cougars 55, the Merced Bears 43. A few folks we'd like to thank for making tonight's telecast possible. The Merced County Office of Education, making every student a success. The Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union. We think you'll be glad to know we're a financial institution made just for you. The Digital Learning Solutions. That's digital math, digital English, digital math Spanish, Roger Wilco's Math Flight, and Math Quiz. Label Technology. Food provided tonight by Sam Cafe and by the Brick Oven Baked Pizza, found only at Me and Ed's. And you can see this and other MeTV events by logging on to www.metv.ws. And if you'd like to pick up a copy of tonight's game on DVD, also in HD at that, call Diane Tice at 209-381-5914. And now, once again, the final score, Golden Valley 55, Merced 43. For the fabulous MeTV crew and my broadcast partner, Coach Padre Craig McGowan, I'm Jim Kaiser. Thank you for watching. Good night.